Hi guys, it's the Nerd Mom here with another installment of Behind the Monitor. Sorry I've neglected you guys so much lately. I've just been really busy and frankly a little uninspired with life. Just checking in, giving you a glimpse of my crazy, crazy life. And for those of you who think, homeschool parents are one of two extremes. You have the children who are swinging from the chandeliers or you have robots. It's not true. It's just not true. Took the kids grocery shopping today, and like I do every week, I get people every time who say, I don't know how you grocery shop with your kids. Well, I stay home, I homeschool, we need to eat, I take them grocery shopping. And it's interesting that you can have a relatively great shopping trip with them. They behave themselves, they don't touch too many things, they don't fight too much. And then while you are trying to check out, it hits the fan. Okay, it's a relative hitting the fan for me. I expect a lot of my children, I admit that. But nothing but bickering to the point that we're just in line, and they're being fairly good. I mean, they're children, they're playing with each other, and they're giggling. And this older woman with her adult daughters behind us, and she makes a comment, oh my, where her daughter's shushing her. So that's before any of the chaos started, so you can just imagine how mortified I was. When I have all the kids hold on to the cart, well, the baby's sitting in the cart. I mean, she's 5, but the baby, she's sitting in the cart, and they're all holding on, and the bickering starts. I was standing there, no, we're going to play the quiet game. 2 of the kids decided to play the quiet game, which, by the way, I love the quiet game. Let's compete to see who can shut up the longest. That's my kind of game with my children sometimes. But so while the 2 middle ones have decided to play the quiet game, the oldest has decided to egg the baby into trying to talk to the 7-year-old so that when he calls him mean, the 7-year-old finally says something to the baby, and then the oldest then declares that the 9-year-old has won the quiet game that he lost in Hastings, which makes the 7-year-old cry out in disbelief and mortification of meanness and rudeness of his brother. Okay, it also was followed with I believe he elbowed him or poked him. I'm not sure which one. Okay, am I the only one where it's just, Nerdbug was pushing me, so I smacked him. Well, why didn't you just move? And I would sort it out when we were done. Well, because then I'd lose my spot by the cart standing next to the baby. Really? Really? So that's my ever so professional day so far. Homeschooling has been a lesson in growing some self-control, because when I came home, the 3 oldest children all needed to write what various activities they did at the shopping trip they weren't supposed to do, and then write comparable sentences of what they should have chosen to do in those situations. I'm mean, but my other part is, in addition to just being mean, of course I expect more of them. I am so embarrassed because this woman is saying, oh, I could never handle kids like that. I could never handle that many kids. And so I'm trying to tell her, God never gives you more than you can handle. Evidently, I can't handle my children. So yeah, so now I'm going to try to eat my lunch and pretend to be a grown-up and not be frustrated and embarrassed like a 3-year-old child, and possibly work this afternoon. So that's a glimpse behind my monitor and the chaos in my life. What's going on in yours? Am I the only person who kids just, they seem to do pretty well, but just every time, I'm checking out and I've got these free coupons, so you got to make sure that they get the right price and they take it off and all that good stuff. So it's at that moment, of course, my kids go nuts. Every time. That is a pretty consistent thing with theirs, is while I'm checking out is when they decide to bicker. Am I the only person? I mean, I understand, I've heard the nightmares of the children who throw themselves down in the middle of the store on a regular basis and all that, but that's not my kids, on the whole. No, never. I think I've had one throw themselves down in the store tantrum, and that was it. There's been legends, so that children who were born after it never even did it. But what do you do to combat the bickering? It's the little bickering, and I find it so embarrassing. I don't know. So that's my chaotic life. How's yours? Were you affected by the GoDaddy outage today? Luckily, I'm not. I'm with DreamHost, who at times has growing pains, but has never really gone nuts. And if you are part of the GoDaddy outage, because I've heard it's even affected people who aren't with GoDaddy, it's just DNS issues. Are you changing your hosting? I'm really curious. That's really big right now in the blogosphere today. So have a great day, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.